And welcome back. This is ballerscuba with more bonus episodes of Let's Play Final Fantasy X. I'm joined, as always, by my supercharged squad of Yuna, Lulu, Tidus, Auron, Waka, Riku, and Kimahri. When we last left off, I said I was going to do some level grinding. I've done that. Everybody is pretty powerful at this point. Let's head into the sphere grid so I can give you a better sense of what I've done. Yuna, and everybody else for the record, all on this one spot. Near where Kimahri starts, remember this is where Ultima is. I start here because it's kind of central to where everything is. I want them all to move together. I have not filled in any of the blank nodes yet, but that's something that I could need to do. I'm gonna see where I can go without it, but if I want to max out stats and stuff like that, moving forward from there and filling in all the blank nodes is going to be required. I still have not filled in the fortune spheres because I need fortune spheres for that. All of the luck nodes and things like that are still pretty empty, but getting fortune spheres still hard, even for my party at this point. Yes, it is just that hard. But we'll go over that more when we get to it. For now, let's go over stats, because all of my characters have completed all of the normal part of the sphere grid. A little bit of bonus stuff here and there when it comes to adding strength nodes, and I believe one magic defense node as well. But outside of that, these are pretty much standard stats for what the sphere grid will give you, so I feel like pointing them out. We'll start with Yuna. Yuna does have low strength, and by low, I mean she's almost within 5% of high strength. It's kind of weird how it ends up. Her strength is 193 compared to the highest, who I think is Auron, at 208, which is 15 higher, so maybe around 15% higher. But ultimately, if we're talking about 15% higher, that's the difference between some of the lowest and some of the highest. She's still very powerful, but everything that I'm going to talk about here is relatively low, relatively high, that kind of thing. So her strength, relatively low. Defense, I believe, also relatively low at 155. I don't think that is... Yeah, that's not all that great compared to some of the other people that we have seen. Her magic on the higher side, as you might imagine. Magic defense, kind of on the lower side, which is a little weird. You don't necessarily expect that from a white mage to have relatively low magic defense, but she does. Her agility on the higher side, maybe around average, somewhere around there, 184. Luck, seems like everybody's relatively standard when it comes to luck. It seems that everybody starts at around 17 or 18, so I'm not sure, to be honest. I need to fill in all the fortune spheres to make sure the people that I have used fortune spheres on aren't skewing my math. But it seems like everybody starts around the same luck, which is interesting, at least. Her evasion, I believe, a little bit on the low side. No. She's on the higher side of evasion. I'm thinking of Lulu, but yeah, she's got pretty damn good evasion. Her accuracy, low. She's not meant to be a physical attacker, so it makes sense that her accuracy is on the lower side. Let's talk about Lulu then. Lulu, strength 193. That's the same as Yuna here. Defense a little bit higher. Magic is the same. Her magic defense, though, is higher than Yuna's. The way that I picture it, she's a black mage. Whenever she messed up, she hit herself with it, which may have upped her magic defense. That's just the way that I think about it. Remember, these are kind of innate when we get the characters, so who knows what happened before then. Her agility, a little bit low. It's the same as Auron's, which kind of makes sense. Lulu and Auron, when we get them, are our heavy-hitting characters. So it makes sense that they would have the lowest agility. Makes sense to me. Her luck, once again, seems relatively standard. Seems like everybody's got around the same luck. Her evasion is the highest in the party. No surprises there once we have known the character. But when you look at her, it is very surprising. She's wearing a dress made of belts. Yet she is the dodgiest character that we have. It doesn't always make sense to me, but that is the way that they have her set up. It's been that way since the beginning, so having her have high evasion at the end does not surprise me now. Although if you looked at the characters, I would say Riku was the dodgiest, but what do I know? Her accuracy also low. These are not supposed to be physical attackers. I'm going to use them that way for a little bit of time, but that's not the way that they were designed, right? These are designed to be your mage characters, your white mage, your black mage, but I'm going to use them as physical attackers because I can. That's pretty much the story there. Tidus we have seen before, Auron we have seen before, Wakka we have seen before. Next up is Riku. Riku has low strength for a physical attacker. After all, she is kind of a thief build, but thieves a lot of time in Final Fantasy kind of peter out towards the end. The ones that do end up being good, they usually have some other kind of gimmick that allows them to still be good toward the end. Either they throw better and better stuff, or they become like a samurai, or they become a ninja, or, you know, they become something else. Riku really didn't get anything like that. She's a thief from the beginning until the end. As a result, her strength kind of petered out. For a physical attacker, she is the lowest strength character. Defense also on the lower side, comparable to my mages, which is not good for somebody that's probably going to get hit a lot. Her magic, low. It's about the same as, well, it is the same as Wakka's. It's better than Auron and Tidus, but, you know, she's not supposed to be a mage character. She's got relatively low magic. Her magic defense also on the lower side. A little bit higher than my other physical attackers, but still low. Her agility is the best. She is the fastest character, which can be good if I'm up against an enemy that I can do max damage on, right? 99,999. Bringing Riku in is a solid option. She's faster than everybody else. Doesn't matter if she's got slightly less strength if I'm already capping damage. Makes sense to me. Her luck, once again, seems around standard. It seems like everybody kind of started at 17, 18, somewhere around there. Her evasion is pretty good. 129. Actually, no. No. This is tied for the lowest, just that a lot of people have that. So I think it's okay. But no, it is tied for the lowest evasion. She is not a dodgy character, despite the fact that she does not seem to be wearing clothes that would inhibit her movement. Like, I don't know, Lulu. Her accuracy also on the lower side, especially when compared to Tidus and Wakka, but a little bit higher than Auron, so pretty much where you would expect Riku to end up. What is a surprise is Kimahri. Kimahri, when compared to Riku, is surprisingly good. His strength is higher than hers. His defense is higher than hers. His magic is higher than hers. His magic defense, a little lower, but barely. His agility is lower, don't get me wrong, but he's got about average agility. It's about the same as Wakka's. His luck is standard. His evasion, the same. His accuracy, the same. But when it comes to his offensive stats, he's better than Riku. This is not necessarily what you would expect. His strength is up there. I think it's the second highest. It's the second highest, just above Tidus, behind Auron. His magic is pretty damn high. It's almost up there compared to Lulu and Yuna. It's almost there. He is a pretty damn good character if you let him get there. That's the problem, though. He starts behind everybody else. But his innate stats are pretty good. He's kind of an omniclasser. He's kind of your quintessential blue mage. He does hit hard with magic, but he can also hit hard with weapons, in his case, spears. But it works out pretty well, I would say, Kimahri. He's better than I thought. His biggest drawback, though, is his overdrives. If I'm hitting for 99999, what's the point of, doing a Nova that does the same thing, which is his big attack? He doesn't do too many things that hit multiple times. We have something that'll hit the whole party, but I don't think there's anything that'll stack up to like attack reels from Wakka, which is 12 hits of pretty much basic things. Yeah, Wakka, he's got the best. He's just the best. All right, so I do have Tidus still in the party, pretty much because I know he can take a hit more than anybody else. That's why he's still going to be in the party, at least for the time being. He's kind of going to be my guy going forward. I'm going to work with Yuna and Lulu for a little bit. Yuna does have Nirvana and the Phoenix Ring. Stoneproof, not nearly as important right now as that Auto Phoenix, but Stoneproof couldn't hurt. We're going to be doing some stuff right now that will inflict status effects on us, so any kind of proof is going to be useful. Speaking of which, we have Lulu on the Fairy Bangle, Death, Stone, and Slow Proof. Death Proof kind of being the big one right now, but a lot of monsters have ways of getting around that. And of course, she's got the Onion Knight, which, well, gives her a magic booster, although the enemies we're going to fight, at least early on, you don't want to use magic on them. Kind of sucks. But Tidus here. He is still on the Khalid Bolg. That thing is awesome. And I still have him on the Sanctuary, which I made. So it's all right. It's pretty good. Don't get me wrong. That ribbon is very, very strong. But it doesn't have death proof. Not that death proof always matters. Auto haste and break HP limit are the reasons why I definitely want him on the team right now. Ribbon is really a bonus. But a lot of times it doesn't work as well as I would like. All right, so let's head into the Monster Arena guy again. No real surprises there. We're going to head into Species Conquest. We're going to start with Fenrir. Fenrir unlocks when you capture 3 of every wolf fiend. You will know what kind of fiend that I'm talking about because it will look pretty much like the fiend that we're going to fight here. You'll go, oh, I've seen a few of those. Yeah, 3 of every one of those. That's what we needed for Fenrir. For unlocking Fenrir, we got 99 Chocobo feathers. That kind of shows you what we're going to be up against. Although, if you're having some difficulty, confuse proof. That's pretty nice. Let's head in and fight Fenrir. I don't have a good party for this, but I'll make it work, I swear.